Good morning, let's jump right into the heart of hurricane season. This is the time of year when the Atlantic Ocean becomes a hotbed of activity, with storms brewing and swirling across the waters. The Atlantic is buzzing with activity. This is when ocean waters are warmest, fueling powerful storms. Warm waters act like fuel for these storms, providing the energy they need to grow and intensify. We're tracking several systems. Some are harmlessly far out at sea, but others are closer and need our attention. Each system has its own unique path and potential impact, making it crucial to monitor them closely. Think of the Atlantic as a simmering pot. When a cluster of thunderstorms hits that warm water, it can quickly spin up into a tropical storm or hurricane. The process is fascinating and complex, involving a delicate balance of atmospheric conditions. We use names and numbers like Invest 93L or 94L to keep track of these systems as they develop. These designations help meteorologists communicate about specific storms and their potential threats. Once a system's winds reach a certain speed, it gets an official name, and if it strengthens further, it becomes a hurricane. Naming storms helps the public stay informed and prepared. Our job is to use advanced weather models to predict where these storms will go and how strong they'll get. These models are crucial tools that help us forecast the path and intensity of storms, providing valuable information for safety and preparedness. Right now, Hurricane Gabrielle is a major storm, but staying far from the U.S. It's a powerful reminder of the forces at play during this season. We also have Invest 93L and 94L, one likely to stay out at sea, the other could be a different story. Each system has its own potential to develop and impact different areas. We'll break down their paths, strength, and who needs to be on alert. Understanding the trajectory and potential impact of these storms is essential for those in their path. It's a busy map, so let's see what's happening in your area. Localized forecasts are key to ensuring everyone knows what to expect and how to prepare. Stay tuned as we dive into each system. We'll provide detailed updates and insights to keep you informed. Preparation and awareness are key this time of year. Let's get started. Make sure you have your emergency plans in place and stay informed with the latest updates. First up, Hurricane Gabrielle, a Category 4 powerhouse in the eastern Atlantic. Satellite images show a classic, well-formed eye signaling a very intense storm. The good news, Gabrielle is moving away from North America, posing no threat to the U.S. Its path takes it toward Europe, with the Azores in its sights, likely as a Category 1 hurricane. Residents there should prepare for strong winds and heavy rain. After the Azores, Gabrielle will weaken further as it approaches Portugal. For us, it's a reminder of how powerful these storms can get, even if they never make landfall. Many hurricanes spend their lives over open water, never threatening land. We'll keep watching, but for now, Gabrielle is just a distant spectacle. Let's move on to the next system. Next, Invest 93L, a system with a 90% chance of developing into a tropical storm soon. The forecast is reassuring. Most models keep it far out in the Atlantic, what we call a fish storm. That means it's likely to only affect marine life, not the U.S. East Coast. The one exception is Bermuda, which should monitor updates as the storm could pass nearby. Even though it's not a land threat, 93L could become a strong hurricane, possibly reaching Category 2 or higher. Rapid intensification is possible, but its path keeps it safely away from most populated areas. For the East Coast, there's little concern with this system. It's another example of a powerful storm that stays at sea. We'll keep an eye on it, but for now, it's just one to watch from afar. Let's turn to the system that could be more impactful. Now let's focus on Invest 94L, the system with the most potential to impact the U.S. This tropical disturbance has been closely monitored by meteorologists over the past few days due to its increasing organization and potential threat. Its development chances are rising, now at 60%, and it could become a named storm within days. This rapid development is a clear indicator of the system's growing strength and the need for heightened vigilance. Currently, it's moving slowly, making its future track uncertain. The slow movement means it has more time to gather strength and potentially change direction, adding to the unpredictability. Its path could take it over the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Cuba, and then through the Bahamas. These regions should prepare for heavy rainfall, strong winds, and possible flooding. The storm's position near the Bahamas will be critical in determining if it threatens the U.S. East Coast. The proximity to these islands could influence its intensity and trajectory. Forecast models are split, some show a curve out to sea, Others hint at possible landfall from Florida to the Carolinas. This divergence in models highlights the uncertainty and the need for continuous monitoring. The UK Met model even suggests a risk for Florida or the Gulf. This model has been reliable in the past, so its predictions are taken seriously by forecasters. The good news, intensity forecasts keep it as a tropical storm or weak hurricane for now. However, conditions can change rapidly, and it's essential to stay informed. But as it organizes, Hurricane Hunter aircraft will provide better data. These missions are crucial for gathering real-time information on the storm's structure and intensity. Anyone along the East Coast should stay alert and watch for updates. Local authorities will provide guidance on any necessary precautions or evacuations. The situation is evolving and more information will come soon. Stay tuned to trusted weather sources for the latest updates. For now, preparation is key. Ensure you have an emergency kit ready, and know your evacuation routes if you live in a vulnerable area. We'll keep you updated as the track becomes clearer. Our team is working around the clock to bring you the most accurate information. Stay tuned, this is the one to watch. The next few days will be critical in determining the storm's impact. Let's check in on the broader U.S. weather picture. While we monitor Invest 94L, other weather systems are also developing across the country. Shifting from the tropics, let's look at the U.S. weather for the next few days. Rain is spreading across the Deep South, Midwest, Ohio Valley, and Great Lakes. Welcome news for dry areas. The East Coast will see widespread showers, especially on Thursday, so keep umbrellas handy. By Friday, rain focuses on the southeast, with Invest 94L developing near eastern Cuba and pulling moisture north. The weekend brings more rain to the southeast as the tropical system strengthens over the Bahamas. The rest of the country sees a mix, some rain in the plains, drier in the upper Midwest and Texas. It's a wet end to the week for the east, with all eyes on the tropics for the weekend. Stay weather aware as conditions shift. Now let's look at the longer range forecast. Looking into early October, the rainfall forecast depends on what our tropical systems do. The European model shows Invest 94L moving up the coast, but being pushed out to sea by a strong front, still bringing rain to New England. The American GFS model suggests 93L and 94L could interact, with 93L absorbing 94L and pulling it away from the coast. Either way, the East Coast could dodge a direct hit, but rain and wind are still possible. Overall, the next 10 days look a bit drier for the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, and South Central states. The plains can expect some helpful showers. The biggest question mark is the East Coast, hinging on 94L's final track. We'll keep tracking these models for changes. Let's talk temperatures for late September. September is ending on a warm note. Expect above-average temperatures coast to coast. This warmth continues into early October, so it'll feel more like late summer than fall. Even with this warm finish, many areas had a cool start to September, balancing out the month overall. A big ridge of high pressure is bringing sunny, stable weather for much of the country. While it's great for outdoor plans, dry areas may need rain soon. Enjoy the beautiful stretch of weather as we move into October. Keep those short sleeves handy a bit longer. Now let's see why weather models sometimes disagree. As we look into October, computer models start to diverge, a common challenge in long-range forecasting. The European model predicts a backdoor cold front bringing cooler air to the East Coast around October 3rd, followed by a weather battle between warm and cool air. The American GFS model keeps the warm ridge in place, meaning continued warmth for most of the country. These differences come from how each model handles small atmospheric changes. That's why we use many models and ensemble forecasts to gauge uncertainty. Early October could bring a cool down or continued warmth. We'll have to wait and see. For now, expect some uncertainty in the long-range outlook. We'll keep you updated as the picture becomes clearer. Let's wrap up with what to expect next. To sum up, the tropics are especially active right now, with Hurricane Gabrielle spinning over the open Atlantic. This system has been closely monitored by meteorologists, and while it's a powerful storm, it's currently not threatening land. Alongside Gabrielle, Invest 93L is also churning far out at sea. Both of these systems are expected to remain over water, posing no immediate risk to coastal communities at this time. However, our main concern is Invest 94L. This disturbance is being watched very closely, as it has the potential to develop further and could impact the Caribbean islands in the coming days. There's also a possibility that 94L could track toward the US East Coast, bringing heavy rain, gusty winds and rough surf from Florida all the way up to New England. The exact path of this system is still uncertain, so it's important for everyone along the eastern seaboard, from Florida to New England, to stay alert and keep an eye on the latest forecasts. Now is the perfect time to review your hurricane plan with your family. Make sure you know your evacuation routes, have important documents ready, and discuss your plan with loved ones. Double-check your emergency kit, stock up on essentials like water, non-perishable food, flashlights and batteries, and be ready to act quickly if needed. Across much of the US, especially in the east, you can expect a soggy end to the week, with periods of rain and cooler temperatures settling in for many areas. Meanwhile, much of the country will see a warm and pleasant start to October, with sunshine and above-average temperatures in several regions. The forecast for Invest 94L will become much clearer over the next 24 to 48 hours as new data comes in from satellites and weather models. Meteorologists are analyzing every update and will continue to monitor the situation closely as more information becomes available. Make sure you have a reliable way to receive weather alerts, whether it's a weather app, NOAA radio, or local news, so you're always informed and ready to respond. There's no need to panic, but staying prepared and paying attention to official updates is the best way to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. That's the latest on what's happening in your neck of the woods. Remember, weather can change quickly, so stay tuned for updates. We'll have another update for you very soon. Stay safe, stay prepared, and thanks for watching.